I'm fine. Today was the first day I saw her without the mask, and you know what? Not feeling it. Not feeling it, and I think there's going to be a lot of that in the world, you know, like that coworker that they hired that you never saw really all of the face before, like the face now, you're like, oh, okay, that's not what I was thinking. So I don't know, you know, I mean, choices have to get made. I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I'm kind of leaning against, or I think I'm going to get rid of this because just the other day I was going around maskless and a car went by and someone yelled out the window at me, "You look like a hipster Civil War general." That's very specific, and I think I saw the car go around the block, like they saw me and they thought it out, and they came, you know, they workshopped some jokes, and came around the corner and they yelled that at me, and I'm just like, I hope I'm in the north on that one at least, you know. I don't know how I feel. Like I'm a hipster Civil War general? Like, what is it? You know? I'm gonna ride into town on an electric scooter and make you all eat kale. I don't know what that means. I mean, I hope I'm on the right side of history on that one. I don't know. There's also been, like, yes, we've been living through a pandemic. We're coming out of it, but there's also been other interesting things going on in the world. I don't know if you saw this week. The state of Alabama decided, you know what? We're going to let yoga back into the public schools. It's a true story. For almost 30 years, the state of Alabama banned yoga in the public schools because they were afraid of kids converting to Hinduism. And we all know how evil that religion can be. It's Hindus. They don't eat meat. They practice pacifism. It's part of their religion. Here's the thing, you can do the yoga in the schools now, but you can't say namaste to anyone. It's an open carry state. You can walk onto a school with a gun, but if you say namaste, they're going to fuck you up. So just, let's be clear about that. You can shoot someone and probably get away with it, but if you say namaste, which just means basically like, hey, I honor you, then you're in trouble. So way to get into the 6th century Alabama. I'm not really sure where they are. I don't know if you saw this little bit of sad news in Detroit. A polar bear was having sex with a female polar bear, and during that's not even the funny part, but yeah, just picturing two very heavy. Very similar to my love life. But anyway, the polar bear, the male polar bear killed the female polar bear during sex. Yes, it's pretty awful, but right away, the commissioner of the NFL suspended him for 1 game. I think that's important. It's important to draw a line. That is just good writing, people. Don't love that. That is just good social commentary comedy. It's too bad a polar bear had to die for that nugget of genius, but we all have to make sacrifices, okay? We all have to make sacrifices. I don't know if you saw this too. Like, I was a huge fan of Jeopardy. I don't know if there's any other Jeopardy fans out there. Yeah. When Alex Trebek passed away, that was really sad. What a lot of people don't know, though, is he did something very cool. He left all of his suits, his wardrobe, to a homeless shelter in Toronto so men could wear the suits and go on job interviews, which is really, really cool. The only downside is they have to answer the job interview questions in the form of a question. So it's going to get awkward, you know, like, so where have you been the last 6 months? What is none of your fucking business? Like, you know, again, just good writing. Don't judge me. All right. I'm trying to get through this. All right. The girl at the cafe really, that threw me. I got to be honest with you, man. But I do, here's the other thing. I think we all missed that sense of community and connection that we all experience. Like the little things that I took for granted now, I love again. Like overheard cell phone conversations. I'm in line at the cafe and there was this girl on her phone in front of me and she was saying into the phone really loud, "Hey, you know how they say that the sound of running water can be very soothing? I think that's why I like to be peed on so much." Yeah. And then everybody else in line on their phone was like, hey, I'm going to call you back. They just, leaned in. Because like, hey, I came for coffee, but I'm leaving with a story. I mean, this is awesome. I'm never going to get tired of that. The overheard conversation. Like I was on a bus. I'm in San Francisco, right? And anybody will tell you if they care about you, stay off the muni buses. But sometimes you just got to get there, right? And I was in the back of a bus, and it was pretty crowded, even for COVID. And there was this adorable little 8-year-old kid who looks at his mom and just goes, hey, Mom, what's God? And the whole bus went quiet because, I think everyone suddenly realized like, wow, we might be present at someone's original fuck up in life. This could be the thing that scars this kid. And so we're all like, how's she going to handle it? Right. And the mom did a pretty good job. The mom looked at her and said, well, God knows all your questions and can help you find the answers. And you could see people like leaning like, okay. But I just wanted to stand up and scream like, she lies. That's Google. That is Google she's explaining. That's not God. I didn't though. That would have been very, very weird. I don't know if you heard this too. Like all these statistics are coming out about work. Do you know that going to work is statistically 3 times more dangerous than going to war? Yeah. So I'm not unemployed. I'm just safe. Yeah, all right. I heard a okay. All right, crowd. All right, these aren't all going to be nuggets of genius. All right, give me a break. What if I said I'm not unemployed? I'm a conscientious objector. How about that? How do we better? No, just more wordy. I see some people going like this. All right, that's nice. I see, Ruben, are you vaping with the Virgin Mary behind you? That is awesome. Okay. As a former altar boy, I feel like I can smell incense, but I don't think that's what it is it? Yeah, the priest never coughed like that. That's good though. The priest was never like, that's a wicked one. You kids want some? Well, he did, but that's a one-man show. Anyway, has anybody dated? I see people did the online dating stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. I had a blind date right before everything shut down. And this was really, really weird because I got set up and my friend was like, oh, she's awesome. You're going to love her. But here's the thing. She was rich, like crazy rich. And we didn't really live in the same world or even have the same vocabulary to talk to each other. Because we sat down to dinner and the first thing she says to me is, hey, I like to summer in the south of France. How about you? And I'm just like, people really say that shit? Like I spent the summer once in juvie. Does that count? And then she's like, what's juvie? What's juvie? That is an island off the coast of your parents' expectations. That's what that is. Yeah, that was pretty much the end of that date. I don't know if you saw this in the news either. She also turned out to be very, very conservative, which was bizarre, right? And she at one point she said to me like, hey, did you know that Jesus was white? And she was serious. At first I thought she was kidding, but she was serious about it. Right? And I'm like, don't you think somebody would have written that down in the Bible? Don't you think, that would have been somewhere in there? Because everybody from 2,000 years ago in that part of the world all had a beautiful olive complexion. Like nobody thought to write that down. Like, hey, that guy just cured me. Which guy? The white guy. So I don't know. I hope that we are normal. Maybe instead of shooting for getting back to normal, maybe we should just aim for like better. You know what I'm saying? Like let's have things a little bit better. I read this report that said that most of America's rivers are polluted with antibiotics. And then Republicans chimed in and were just outraged that people might be getting free health care. So, yeah, that's just good writing right there, people. All right, that is enough out of me. You guys sound like an awesome crowd. I'm going to miss Zoom because right now I don't have pants. My bed is right there. When I'm done with this, boop, I hop right in there. Live comedy again. I'm sort of looking forward to it, but this is going to be fun. You guys in? You ready to have some fun? Yeah. All right. I like that. Okay. Ruben, have you got the sweet spot? Are you high enough but not too high? All right. Virgin Mary's there to bring you back, my bro. All right. If something goes wrong, she's got your back. Literally, she's staring behind you. It's creepy. All right. Are you ready for your next comedian? Woo! Yes. All right. Well, she is the co-host of the Bechdel Cast podcast. Please welcome Caitlin Durante.
Hi. Hello. Wow, it's me. It's my face. I'm looking right at it. Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for being here. This is exciting. My new boyfriend is here in like the Zoom audience tonight.
Which one?
I can feel it. I feel as though it could be one of you. Ruben? Are you taken? Okay. It could be you. I don't know. Let's see who else we've got. We've Bubba Master. I see you lurking. You know, it could be anyone. Yeah, here's something that that might be a deal breaker for a new boyfriend. I actually recently had surgery. I got spayed and neutered. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I did not want to have any more litters of children, so I got my tubes tied. I'm very excited about it. Thank you. Thank you. Bodily autonomy is beautiful to have. I'm so excited. Yes. Basically, I went to the surgeon. I was like, just my fallopian tubes, just chop them up, just mangle the hell out of them. I don't need them. I don't want them. Get those out of there. So that did happen. And that means I cannot get pregnant, which I feel really great about. I'm never going to have children. I don't already have children either. My life I'm just completely child free. Because I like my life and I'd rather not ruin it with children. I'm not saying that everyone who had children has ruined their life. I'm saying that a lot of them who had children have ruined their life. So round of applause if for anyone here who did ruin your life by having children. Anyone? Yep, I see you. I hear you. I cannot relate though. I've made the choice that is the better one. What I'm really saying though is that like for me, having children would definitely mean ruining my life because I hate children is the main reason. I don't like them. I think they're bad people. I value emotional maturity in a person.
I don't know if you ever want to get the ramen noodles this.
What about ramen noodles? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I don't like them, which does not stop people from being like, oh, Caitlin, you don't want children, but you'd be such a good mom. And I'm like, really? Because I feel like not liking children would actually make me a very bad mom. Like, do you hear what you're saying? And they're like, beep boop does not compute. That would be like saying, oh, Caitlin, you're a vegetarian, but you'd make such a good animal slaughterer. Or I don't know, something funnier. I did write that joke 2 hours ago. I'll keep working on that. I am pretty excited to be able to raw dog constantly now. Very excited. Everyone's talking about hot girl summer. For me, it's gonna be raw dog summer. I'm 35. I don't have the energy to get hot, okay, but I do have just enough energy to raw dog all summer. Raw dog summer. Let's get the hashtag trending, okay? Also, shout out to DJ Antonio for all of the very horny music at the beginning of the show. It's getting me really revved up for all the raw dogging I'm going to do. What's actually probably going to happen is that because I would only raw dog with someone if I was like in a long-term committed relationship with them, because otherwise that's pretty irresponsible behavior. But I am extremely emotionally unavailable and have, similar to not having children and will never have children, I am apparently incapable of relationships because I don't know how to have them and I've never done that. So I feel like this might have been a complete waste of time. People are like, Caitlin, who are you going to have sex? Like, who is this for? Like, you're not going to, like, why did you get your tubes tied? You're not going to, like, no one's going to get you pregnant. Anyway, it's fine. I'm doing fine. I should say, okay, I am on the semen diet where when I see men, I eat their cum. That is a good joke. Okay. You can Venmo me directly for that if you'd like. It's really probably the best joke I've ever written. If you have not already figured it out, I am a straight person, and that is unfortunate. I don't like that that's a fact about me. I would not recommend being straight. It's not very good. It's not good. I would, here's what I want to do. I want to date a man who is bi or pansexual because I want to have sex with a man who also knows how gross it is to have sex with men. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the validation, whoever that was. I have been referring to cis heterosex as a penis rooting around in a vagina. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. But what is heterosex besides a penis rooting around in a vagina and just sort of like digging around for spare change? I'm just like, anytime I'm having sex, I'm like, what are you even doing down there? Like, do you know what you're doing? Because it doesn't seem like it. Anyway, so those were the very brilliant new things I wrote. Did you, when you basically retire from comedy and then you get booked on a show and you're like, I'll come out of retirement, even though I have not written any new jokes in over a year. That's, you know how that's extremely relatable to everybody. That's what's happened to me today. I'll say some old things. One of my favorite, has anyone spent the entirety of the pandemic watching the movie Titanic every day? Or has that just been me? It's just me. Titanic is one of the greatest movies of all time. The thing is with that is not everyone agrees with me. Not everyone agrees when I say that, but whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. Not all of you were on board for that pun, it sounded like. But that was just the tip of the iceberg of the puns I'm gonna do about Titanic. So let's just dive back in and going with that. Some historians believe that the reason Titanic actually sank was due to a fire in the ship's engine room rather than hitting the iceberg, but I don't think that theory holds water. Oh, wow. Some people say that I'm in over my head with all of these puns, but I'll never let go of them. I will never let go of them. People say that I see the movie Titanic through rose-colored colored glasses, but they don't know jack shit. When I if I'm on online dating apps, which I am on right now, like an icebreaker that I'll do, like when I initiate contact with someone, I'll be like, hey, what's your favorite half of the movie Titanic? The first half of Titanic or the second half of Titanic? And when they inevitably do not respond, I will follow up and say, oh, was that not a good icebreaker? Get it? I think that'll do for the Titanic content, at least.
Are you sure?
Do you want more? I was about to jump ship on the Titanic, but I guess it hasn't. I don't have to set sail on the Titanic jokes, but that is all I've written, unfortunately. So I feel like they could have extended the sex scene a bit. If you are familiar with the movie, they obviously have sex in the back of the car, but you don't really see anything. There's some great lines of dialogue that they could have written though, like Rose puts her hands on Jack's penis and he could be like, haha, all hands on dick, stuff like that. But really a lot of missed opportunities. Okay, well, let's see. I'm not sure how much time I've done, or if I should just go back into retirement. What's that?
You got 1 minute.
I got 1 minute? Okay. Let me see. What amazing things could I say in a matter of 1 minute? Okay, let's see if I remember this joke. I was briefly dating a man, and we turned out to not be very compatible because he'd be like, oh, Caitlin, you're so lazy in bed. All you do is just lay there. And I was like, it's a horrible thing to say. I do not just lay there. I just lie there, you illiterate Neanderthal. All right, that'll do it for me. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Keep it going for Caitlin, everybody. Sounds like she's looking for a man that will go down on her like that boat sank. Yeah, I've never rooted around in a vagina for change though, Caitlin. I gotta be honest. If I would have come away with a quarter or something, that would be like, wow, all right. But enjoy your summer of raw dogging. I don't know why I'm doing that fist. That seems inappropriate, but another Ruben liked it. Yeah, because you're stoned, Ruben. We're gonna turn the show into an intervention by the time we're done. All right, well, we're gonna move along. A little bit of confusion in the lineup. We're gonna figure it out. I hope she is there on the other end. If not, I just got a direct message from her. Oh shit, sorry. That's okay. She's ready. Okay, that's good too. I'm just gonna give her another second. Like, how about an intro? If you can hear me, just send that to me so I can be professional. I'm funny. That is a good intro. Okay, I like that. So, gentlemen, please welcome. And I'm told this next woman is funny. Jill Chrissy, everyone.
Yes. Hi, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I'm not going any closer to the computer because I grew a few pimples on my forehead and I ain't fucking with that tonight. I hope y'all like my bed back there. I be fucking it. people always come up to me like, "Oh my God, Jill, you're so friendly," and "Oh my God, you're so positive," and I'm always just like, "I'm drunk."
Hey,
that's what that is. I can't feel my face or my feelings, but I'm glad you think it's positive, bitch. Okay. I came in hot. Hi. I'm happy to be here. I'm not gonna talk about race. I know y'all probably think I'm gonna just bring up race because I'm Black. But here's the thing, I'm kind of tired of talking about race. I think we should only ever be talking about two things anyway, and that's good people and bad people, okay? And I think we all know that white people are bad and Black people are good. I'm just kidding. Although historically,
right.
Did y'all watch the documentaries? No. Oh, we don't know real history. All right. No, I'm not going to talk about race. I'm going to talk about myself. I lost weight during the quarantine. Yeah. I lost like 40 pounds, like 35, 40 pounds, you know, whatever. I didn't weigh myself. I just, it's like when I look down, everything is further away from me. Oh, okay. My titties where they supposed to be. I must be losing weight. So I lost weight. Before that though, I was wearing leggings already. That was my choice of pants. I don't like pants. People stopped wearing pants during the pandemic. I never wore pants. I don't need no pandemic not to wear pants. I like wear leggings because they just feel like air. Like I'm just wearing nothing, you know? And when I was bigger, I like how they fit on me too. I'd be walking down the street, pussy all defined. I don't care. There be cars driving by, kids in the area, fuck them. That's pussy. That's what I say. Yell that to their parents while my voice is shaking because that's a hard thing to say to parents. That's pussy. Teach your kids about pussy. I wouldn't hide my pussy. Crazy.
Oh, God.
Oh, I just I have a man. I got a man, y'all. Yeah. Is anybody there? Y'all should have said, yeah, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
The hell y'all doing tonight? No, I do. I got a man. He's a little bit smaller than me. So after sex, I let him wear my t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because that's my nigga, you know. I said I wouldn't say nigga in my set this year, but there I go. No, he's a good man. He gives me orgasms, y'all. What?
Yeah.
Y'all know how hard it is to have one?
No.
It was hard for me. It was hard for this bitch. But I did have an orgasm, and it's crazy because I used to think coming was just the sound. You know, the ay daddy yas. I used to watch a lot of white porn. Daddy yas. Yes. You know how that go. But it's nothing like that, y'all. A real orgasm. It sounds like the devil integers. You know, it's not cute or pretty. It's not no. Oh yeah, daddy. Yeah, hell no. It's nigga. There I go again. You know, that shit ain't cute. Ain't supposed to be. I'm sassy as hell. I used to think white people was just racist, but no, y'all right. I am sassy now that I look at myself as I'm saying my face. No choice. He gives me orgasms. I'm happy about that. I don't think I'll ever get married though, y'all. Because I don't do marryable shit, whatever that is. You know? Like I be having sex, my knees be dry. I know y'all think that's just normal because y'all white or whatever. I don't know what the audience look like. But it's not cute. when you black, you know, and I'm a dark-skinned woman. That's not cute. I don't think y'all understand what I'm talking about. I be leaving knee dust in my man bed. You know what I mean? I get up in the morning, I'm going off to work, and that's when he roll around like, damn, did this bitch leave salt in my sheets? That's why I gotta turn around and walk back in like, no, nigga, that's knees. That's my knee dust in your bed. Marry me. You know what I mean? Marry me. Impressive. But when I was bigger, I used to carry cookies in my pocket with no wrapper, just raw cookies in my pocket. And I would walk from the car to my door, just crumbs, a trail of crumbs to my door. Y'all, who would have married that? A bird?
Yeah.
No, he's good. No, really, honestly, he do want to marry me. It's me that don't want to get married. And I don't want to tell him it's because I haven't had like a white guy eat my pussy yet. I don't want to tell him. That's the truth though. I need my reparations. I got to get mine. I heard they were good. I haven't expanded my horizons enough. What else? I wrote a joke during the pandemic. I wrote one joke during the pandemic. The pandemic was hard for motherfuckers that like to work. That's the only motherfuckers it was hard for. Yeah, okay, so during the pandemic, I wrote this joke. Y'all tell me if it's good. I don't have nothing on my walls, as you can see. I don't put shit on my walls. My mama used to call it zoo pictures. Our family pictures. She called them zoo pictures, and she never put them on the wall. So now I don't do that shit neither as an adult. Only got Harriet Tubman on I got a big ass picture of Harriet Tubman behind this computer. And it got me to thinking, how long does it take to consider somebody an ancestor, y'all? This is a new joke, so hear me out. Like, I know Harriet Tubman is my ancestor, but when will I be led by Lisa Left Eye Lopez? You know what I mean? When the new ancestors gonna start? When Tupac gonna tell me how to live? When can I call on? I'm about to name people that ain't even dead. When can I call on E40? Ooh. I'm done, y'all. So, but y'all gotta PayPal me. I don't do no Venmo because I got rid of all that shit during the pandemic because I was getting unemployment and I didn't want them to search into my history or nothing. I'm getting money from nowhere. So y'all gotta PayPal me. I feel like that was the best one because who's fucking with PayPal anymore? I hope y'all are. Can y'all put my PayPal up? No,
it's up. It's up.
It really is.
Yep, there
That's
it is.
my PayPal, y'all. Send me some money because I just lost my unemployment, y'all. All right, thank you.
Jill, everyone. There's some money on PayPal, or if you're a white guy, go down on her. That's man, if that's what reparations is, I have been miseducated. I'm going to be honest with you there. But I made the same promise this year, Jill, in my set. I'm not going to use the N-word either. No. So we're making some progress there. Wow. It is sexy night tonight. I'm just the awkward white guy who's watching all of these women just tear it up, and I'm a little hard. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how the rest of you are doing. Ruben, how you doing? Yeah. That's an accurate display right there. Yes. All right, we're moving on. Oh, okay. Again, a little bit of confusion, trying to keep track of everyone. Andrew, are you there? I know that you're there. I was asking for see if you're there in the chats, but Andrew hasn't come through.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay. Did you want to type in a little intro for me and I'll say something nice about you.
At this point, it truly does not matter.
Well, it'll give Ruben a chance to reload his vape pen. And we can plug Jill's PayPal. And Jill, you gotta look, if you want reparations, at least you gotta use Venmo. Let's be real about it, all right? Nobody's using PayPal.
It's like I have to. All right, I'll do it later.
That's great. Once more, a white man has bullied a black woman.
Right? You just
That is beautiful. We're bringing it all back. All right, well, coming to the stage next, I hope I'm going to say this next gentleman's name correctly. He is that voice that you just heard, not the voice earlier asking about top ramen, but another one. Welcome to the stage, Andrew Meekin.
Oh. All right. What's up, everyone? How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that is great. How funny would it be if I asked for like a really elaborate introduction and all these credits and he's like standing there having me tell him, all right, it's been a fun show so far. Everyone's been funny. Everyone's been good. It's nice to be here. Great. So that just happened. That's in reference to the pandemic. That's all my pandemic material. We're caught up. We just addressed everything that has happened. So now we are good. Kind of an interesting year, huh? 2020, huh? What a year, right? We all did a vote, got sick. Kofifi, Trump tweeted Kofifi. Remember 2020, Kofifi? Hollyweed, remember, was Hollywood, then Hollyweed, the sign, 2020. Wow, really cool year. I have kind of a cool shirt on under this, actually. Kind of a cool situation, you know, kind of
Nice.
Carol Baskin vibes, you know? Carol Baskin, you guys know Carol Baskin vibes?
Yeah.
Tiger King got me through March. You know what I mean? 2020, that's my catchphrase. Tiger King got me through March. I yelled that to people in line at the grocery store. Tiger King got me through March. What about you guys? It's really good catchphrase to have. Let's see. But I like everyone said, we're kind of getting out of this pandemic, feeling like things are going back to normal. I've been kind of starting to be excited about that. I've been kind of taking care of myself and focusing on my own health and wellness. I actually just, exercising a lot. I just did an LA guys triathlon last weekend, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's taking it seriously. Yeah, I did an LA guys triathlon. If you're not familiar with an LA guys triathlon, it's where you surf for 2 hours, you skateboard for 3 hours, and you tell 4 girls you're not looking for anything serious. Cool. To do everything the city has to offer all in one day. It really was a blast. I was dating someone in the past. Not anymore. I was with someone for a few years. We broke up, so I'm single now. So sorry, ladies. I'm trying to date you now. What's going on? When my ex and I broke up, we went to couples therapy. We went to 3 couples therapy sessions right before we broke up. And I think I won all 3 sessions. So that was kind of exciting, kind of exit with a win. Exit the whole thing. I just stepped on my cat. That was kind of interesting. What are you doing down there? That is very cute, actually, and now dead, actually. Goodbye, cat. The cat's 11 years old. It's lived a long life. We're over it. We are over it. No one tells you when you get a cat, it'll last forever. No, I love my cat. But he has lasted quite a long time. But that all ended tonight. This is my first online show, actually. I've been doing like packed indoor shows, 1,000-seat venues for the last year nonstop. So this is really weird to kind of be online. I've just been doing like inside, no masks, warehouse style. It's been great. I am single now, like I was saying, so it's kind of cool to be like the first stand-up comedian to be single, and like talk about being single on stage and kind of change the art form, take it to new heights. It is very exciting for this responsibility. It's a strange time to be doing comedy, not like 9 p.m. That's normal, but it is a strange time in our country because it's just like it's been such a strange year, and some of the other comics are grappling with it. It's like, are you supposed to talk about the pandemic? Is everyone sick of hearing about it? But it also is like, it's something that we all lived through, and it's a shared experience that everyone kind of has been thinking about. But it's like jokes from before the pandemic sometimes don't make sense anymore because the context of everything has changed so much. It's like, hey guys, isn't dating weird? You're like, dating's illegal. Very different. It's much more than weird. But, like over the last year, it's been interesting to watch people like qualify everything that they're doing, because there is this like social moral responsibility to do the right thing, but it's kind of on everyone's individual shoulders. Like they'll be like, oh, I went on a walk with a friend, socially distant and with a mask. Or like, oh, I saw my cousin the other day. Don't worry, we both got tested. And it's like, dude, calm down. I do not care if you live or die. Makes no difference to me. Not a big deal. I think we as a society are becoming a lot more woke. I think the last year in particular was kind of there was like a social reckoning happening, and I think it's all for the best, and we're just trying to create a better society in the future and kind of hopefully allow things to be more equitable moving forward for everyone. I think teens in particular are quite woke. They're kind of like on that, forefront of that cultural conversation of what you're allowed to say and what you can't say, and kind of trying to do things all correctly. But I also think teens are quite irreverent, and we all remember being teenagers and you kind of didn't want to listen to authority and you kind of wanted to be your own person. So I feel like teenagers right now are really caught between those two extremes of being a teenager and then following, the kind of woke conversation that's happening. And this is a real, the host was talking about overhearing conversations. I overheard two teenage boys talking to each other right before the pandemic. And it's a perfect example of that kind of in-between space that teens are living in right now. This is a real thing I heard. One teen talking to the other two teenage boys. He said, God, what's the deal with Jessica? 6 months ago, she said she was pansexual. And then a few weeks ago, she said she was straight. And now she says she's bi? The other one said, I don't know. Jessica's retarded. So there we go. It's a perfect example of the duality that teens are living in. They know more sexual identities than we ever thought possible, and yet they still like saying the R word. They can't get enough. Can't get enough of that old R word. I do miss eavesdropping. The host was talking about that as well, and like it's been hard to eavesdrop this year because everyone's distant or everyone's wearing a mask or you're like far away from each other, so it's been difficult to overhear stuff. But I overheard something. I wrote it down, like in line for the grocery store when the lines were bigger. A guy was talking to his friend. He said this. He said, "I was 25 with a bachelor pad and DTF. Everybody was coming to my crib." It's really a cool phrase, I feel like if there's anything in short supply, it's men who are 25 and DTF. So that was pretty cool. It's a good catchphrase. That might be the new Tiger King got me through March. You guys know what I mean? I'm just kidding. Tiger King got me through March will never be retired. Tiger King got me through March, got me through November, what I mean? Yeah, I said it a lot. I was talking about woke stuff and like, how we're kind of had a reckoning over the last year. And I've had this idea for like the last 5 years, and it's still no one has brought it up on a bigger social level. Is like the idea of hot privilege, like the idea that people who are more physically attractive have a much easier go in life, and no one is talking about that. And it seems like such an obvious thing because it's like the way you're treated is dependent often on how you look, whether that's your race or your attractiveness level or whatever. My dogs are barking. Stop it. They're really hot though, so I'm not going to be mean to them. But it's like, it really is a thing where like no one is talking about it, and it seems like such an obvious way in which people are in a privileged position in society. And I think the reason why no one's talking about it is because the people who are all leading the cultural conversation on like what it needs to be talked about are hot celebrities, and it's like certainly not in their best interest to point out the way in which they are enormously privileged over everyone else. I don't know, like Ugly Lives Matter, is that a thing? I'm just spitballing here. I'm trying to like come up with ways to kind of get the word out that people need to be treated fairly. Because people who are hot definitely have an easier go in life. It really is true. Maybe super hot people need to kind of step up to the plate and like kind of help out their less attractive fellow men and women. Like if you're like a hot guy and like you ask a cute girl out on a date and she says yes, you should not show up and instead send your less attractive friend in your place. And then if she gets upset, you can just be like, oh, I thought you were progressive. I thought you were a free thinker. Darren's a really cool guy. He is hideous, but he's bringing a lot to the table. Sorry, Darren. But I am the only one fighting for you. Not a lot of jokes in that, but I just think, I do wonder when we're going to talk about hot privilege. It seems so clear that there's something there. There is something there. I saw a trailer for a movie. This was like a couple months ago, so it was kind of before the vaccines and everything. And the trailer said, after the trailer, it said, only in theaters, which like at that point felt like a dare, It's like, we're all trying not to do that. Only in theaters. It's like only playing in packed arenas in Texas, and all the people in the audience are very active on right-wing Facebook.
Yeah.
Playing only in the Cedars-Sinai COVID ward. No PPE. Check out our movie. We are willing to take your money and kill you and your family.
Oh, God.
But you know what? We're all good. Life's kind of going back to normal. We're all got these vaccines. Everyone's vaccinated. It feels like easy to get. Hey, stop barking. I got the vaccine myself. I went Moderna, one and done. Easiest one. It's pretty good. Done. Just do the one thing. You're good to go. That's why you got to go Moderna. Feels good. I mean, I'll get my dog. You guys can see him.
That's great.
Go. He is sweet. He is barking.
Oh, so adorable.
Yeah, name is Trump. Hey, Trump, how you doing?
Hey!
No, he has not earned his name yet. He's not even 3. He's really sweet. And then actually, if you really want to see what's going on.
Aw. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Bookends.
Ah.
Stop barking now that they got their 15 minutes of fame. I'm almost done here. I actually just went to visit my mom for the first time, you know, because the pandemic, for the first time in like 5 years because of the pandemic. And she lives in rural Colorado, so I had to drive through like a lot of small towns to get there. And you know, I'm like a, you know, hip-looking young guy from California. I don't really fit in a lot of these places. And it's like been such an intense year the past year, like politically and culturally. And it feels like, as everyone knows, everything is so divided and everyone's on different sides of so many issues. And so I kind of like, if you're in one of these towns and you want to get a sense of like what the political makeup is of the people there, I found a really easy, quick way to do it. Just go up to someone at like a gas station or something and just be like, "Excuse me, sir. What sort of lives matter here?"
Oh.
I'm just curious, like, what kind of lives do you guys care about? I just want to know, like, what's the vibe we're going with here? Is it black? Is it blue? Is it white? Is it something else? Is it something I've never heard of? Just gives you a really good sense of where people are at. I got the light, which means I will do a 20-minute story. But it's really good. No, I can finish. Do I have time for 1 minute or done?
Yeah, you got time.
I got time for one more joke. Okay, I'll tell one more joke and then I'll be done. I recently I met a couple who were both celibate and they were both virgins. They were young. They were in their early 20s. They were engaged to each other to be married, but they were virgins. They were celibate. They were waiting until marriage to have sex for the first time with each other. And I just thought, like, Jesus, why would you do that? And it's actually that Jesus is exactly why they did it. The answer right there in the question. But it's just so strange to me to commit yourself to someone for the rest of your life without knowing anything about not only sexuality with that person, but also about sexuality in general. That's like such a huge mystery to leave unsolved for yourself. Like, to me, that's like having never eaten food, walking by a restaurant and looking at it from the outside and being like, I want to eat at that restaurant every day for the rest of my life. But it's actually much worse than that because the chef at the restaurant has also never tasted or cooked food. Everyone involved very new to the process. I guess they've had food before. They've like eaten cereal alone at home, you know? They've just never like had a meal, you know? And I guess like whenever they do eat cereal alone at home, they become like really ashamed, like, oh, why did I eat that? Why do I get hungry? Why does God make me do this? Like that kind of a situation. It's just so strange to me. But I don't know. I'm just more of a foodie myself. Okay. Thank you all so much. My name is Andrew. Give it up for your host and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you.
Andrew. Yes. Andrew, I am down to eat cereal. That's going to be on my Tinder profile. God, who's going to... I'm glad that it was just his dogs. I was terrified when he said, oh, my dogs are barking. Let me go get them. That he was going to step out of screen and then we were going to hear some horrible noise and he wasn't going to come back. Like, yeah, that would have just been the most bizarre. Like, okay, I guess we're moving on to our next. Let's send out a search party for our last comedian. But I'm glad he was okay. And it's good that we had like the sexy women block and then the awkward white guy block. I think it's time we move back into some funny color. So coming to the stage next, you might have seen her on Cash Cab. Ladies and gentlemen, Christina Jackson.
Yay! Guys, give it up for Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to say I'm coming to you from New York, and I love doing Zoom shows, because to me, there's nothing funnier than watching somebody chomp down their dinner as I'm trying to resuscitate my dreams. That's right, folks. Heather, you've been eating the whole show. It's impressive. I don't know what you've done. It looks good. It looks good. Also, my second favorite thing about Zoom shows is learning that comedians don't know your name, even when it's written right in front of them. My name's Christiana. Anyway, I have some callbacks from earlier sets. Caitlin, I'm so glad you came back. Caitlin, you were talking about you don't have any tubes. Is that real or was that just a bit? I don't have any tubes either. Welcome.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, my pussy's turned into the town spittoon. Holy shit, man. I mean, it's raw dog every season for me, but I hope you have a good summer. I hope it's a lot of fun for you. I'm not like you, though. Actually, I do think about having kids sometimes, and I don't have any. But you know what? This year, 2 of my exes wished me a happy Mother's Day. And it was nice to finally get the recognition that I deserved because I raised them right, okay? That's my boyfriend. It matter. Also, I was going to talk to Jill Chrissy, but she's gone. I just feel like that teddy bear in the back has seen some shit. I don't know if anyone noticed it. But... Oh, you're back. Oh, that teddy bear. You just molested a little, and then you're like, we're done. I was just a quickie. Listen, Jill, I have had a white man eat me out. You're not missing out on much. It's not worth it. Just to let you know. Actually, I hooked up with an Italian guy last year. Not like Staten Island Italian, like Italian. And he said, Mamma Mia, during sex, which, listen, I didn't know Italians really said that, right? I've only seen that in movies and on pizza boxes. So I was like, this guy, he's a fucking hack. What is this, right? I'll tell you the story. This is what happened. We're hooking up. I take off my bra, and he said, Mamma Mia. So I guess that's Italian for tits. I had no clue all this time. I texted him the next day, and I was like, yo, Vito, let me know when you want to suck on these Mamma Mias again, all right? I got you, boo, anytime. Pussy, no, but Vito sucked a good titty. He was incredible. Not so much. It was like the sex was like all sides and no meat, if you know what I'm saying. But I had a feeling that was going to happen because I asked him to send me a dick pic before we hooked up. Not because he was Italian, because I'm busy, all right? I don't like to anyway, I asked him to send me a dick pic. It wasn't a racial thing, but he interpreted it that way. So he sent it to me, and he was like, now, Christiana, remember, I met a black man. And I said, yeah, but Vito, I remembered that before you sent the picture. It's not like I got the picture. And I was like, catfished again, these damn Italians. Also, actually, growing up, my stepdad, he was Italian-American. He raised my sister and I for 14 years. Never said Mamma Mia, though. My stepdad's catchphrase was, maybe we'll be a real family one day. That's what no, it's funny. It was terrible. Okay, you guys are a little soft on the stepdad material. Actually, so I said I'm in New York. I'm really glad to be here. Actually, just came back from Mexico a couple months ago. Not a couple months ago. I got back 2 weeks ago. Anyone here been to Mexico before? You guys are all in Cali, so you were Mexico.
Yes. Yeah.
That was part of Mexico. I was down in Playa del Carmen, and everyone kept telling me, they're like, Christiana,
you're not in real Mexico. You're in touristy Mexico. And I was like, all right, cool. Wow, my neighbors got robbed. I had rampant diarrhea for a week. And I saw a man selling donuts out of the trunk of his car. So you know what? That's about as real as I'm trying to get, okay? Oh, I love that Jinda wrote the punchline. You know what? I actually do appreciate that, Jinda. I don't know if you guys know, but this man has nothing to do but watch Zoom comedy. It's really, he loves comedy more than I do. Also, Jinda, I do hope you appreciate I switched up the jokes that I was working on this week only because you're here. You know I have more material about Mexico. I was like, go for the Italian bits. Jinda hasn't heard it. Okay. Everyone's like, why are you talking to one person who's not live on camera? All right, moving on. So yeah, I mean, I want to take a minute. Mexico got very real, but I do want to take a minute and talk about rampant diarrhea, okay? If you've ever spent time in a third world country, just maintaining regular body habits feels like a major accomplishment, right? Like I was stomach sick for a week. When I got my body back on track, I felt like I had written a book. Or read a book. Who's got time, right? I'm fucking time. But they're right. Playa del Carmen is a touristy part of Mexico, so I want to share with you my 3 favorite tourists that I observed while I was down there, okay? Number 3, black man who wore Jordans on the beach. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. 2 things I missed about New York were name brand shoes and diversity. So every time I saw a black man wearing Jordans on the beach, it just melted my heart. I was like, oh, my Yorkers, we're everywhere and we just have to flex. Doesn't matter where we are, right? Number 2, skinny people who wore clothes in the pool. What are you having? What's under there, right? Is it a rash, scabs, a mole, some hair? I want to know. I got all my stuff out. You know, it feels like an even trade. The other thing, let me tell you, it's borderline offensive because they're almost appropriating fat people culture, okay? That's their thing. Let them have it, okay? Let them have it. Okay, that's it. Number 1, husbands who randomly twirl their wives in the middle of the street. Now, let me explain. This is the situation. The street's crowded. Everyone's walking. Nobody's dancing. There's no music, right? And then for no reason, a husband takes his wife's hand, twirls her around in the middle of the street. The wife loves it. She thinks it's romantic. She's like, oh my God, Todd, those salsa lessons, right? You really learned something. She loves it. To me, what I'm witnessing is a marriage in shambles, okay? Because at best, he's gay. That's best case scenario, right? At worst, he's about to murder her. And I gotta say, that's the part that appeals to me. Because, you know what? For me, I feel like I'm watching a live action scene from a future true crime documentary, okay? The scene before that is the wife's sister. And she's like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. Amy and Todd, they were having such a good time in Mexico. They were literally dancing in the streets, right? And then they go to one of their old IG feeds, right? They show the clip. He takes her hand, twirls her around. She's excited. I'm in the background going, move out of the fucking way, right? And they go back to the sister. She's like, 3 hours later, she was dead on the beach. And they go to a cop, and he's like, oh, yeah, the old twirl your girl. I've seen it hundreds of times. Always ends in murder. Anyway, look through that doc. 2025, it's coming out. I swear to God. Look out for it. It's going to be big on Netflix. I did actually go to real Mexico. I got to visit some real Mexico. I got to see some ruins. Anyone here visit any ruins? I don't know why I'm trying to talk to anybody. Oh, Carol, thank God. Jesus Christ. Carol, where'd you go?
Honduras, Guatemala, all over the place. Central America.
In Mexico, but that's all right.
Mexico,
I'm glad you got a passport. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. You're here and you're listening. Did you go to Mexico at all?
Not to ruins. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool. If you go back, you got to see Chichen Itza. Okay, Chichen Itza is amazing. It's one of the 7th wonders of the world. Oh, Eric, you've been? Okay, Eric's muted but not muted. Okay, yeah, Eric's been. He gives it a thumbs up. That's his official Yelp review of Chichen Itza, right? The Mayans, great job. Chichen Itza is amazing. It's one of the 7th wonders of the world. Only thing was, 20 minutes outside of the ruins, I got my period 8 days early. I was like, God damn, they really take this blood sacrifice thing seriously. Terrible. Worst part of the trip. Later that day, I was talking to a woke white lady friend, which I only have one, which frankly is one too many. My God, exhausting. What an exhausting friend to have. But I was telling her about, my trip and what happened. And she was like, wait, Christiana, should you be really calling them the Mayan ruins? And I said, yes, because they ruined my day. That's how that works. Other than that, I just banged a bunch of dudes that I now have blocked on WhatsApp. I would say if I had to compose a Noah's Ark from that trip, it would be 2 DJs, 2 dudes with Joker tattoos, 2 photographers, 2 guys who work at Senior Frogs, and then 47 Luises that all owe me massages. I don't know what the fuck happened there, but let me just tell you something. The body count on that trip would make a cartel jealous. Holy shit. I was putting in work. All right, I'm going to end it there. You guys have been so much fun. Thanks for hanging out. Give it up for Joe.
Wait, let me apologize for getting your name wrong. It's not disrespect, it's dyslexia. So I apologize. Say it, Christiana?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I just figured I'd say that joke. Because
no, absolutely. But it's Christiana.
Yeah.
All right, so she's got her Venmo up there, and please, guys, don't try to have sex with her in Mexico.
Oh, no, please do.
Please do. All right. Is this a weird question? Were you having sex on your period in a Mexican ruin?
No, that's disrespectful. Come on.
All right, I just wanted to know where the boundaries were. I just wanted to know the boundaries. That's okay. That is awesome.
No. I respect the sun god. Hell no, man. The water gods. Nah.
Well, that is very big of you. I'm sure they appreciate it. Well, listen, you guys, I just want to give a couple shout outs to Raymond. Thank you for Venmoing me $6.66. Nothing. That had to be after all of the yoga jokes. I appreciate that. And Eric, good to see you here. Thank you for all the sci-fi recommendations. And it looks like, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to get right to it. Big round of applause. Please welcome Maz Jabrani.
Hey. Hello. Hey.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
What does that say? TwitchTV.com. What does my name say? I see. Okay. What? Guys, how are you? I'm sorry. I was dealing with a dog. Who's got dogs? Who got a pandemic puppy? Anybody? None of you? You're all dogless? No one's got a dog?
I do.
Who?
A couple people.
Where? Raise your hands. There you go. Andrew Meekin, what kind of dog do you have? I hear a siren.
I can't.
Andrew Meekin, unmute yourself.
It wouldn't let me do it. They had to give me permission. I have 2 Shih Tzus.
Oh, fantastic. Let me ask you a question. Have your Shih Tzus ever come into the house with a dead squirrel in their mouths?
They have not. They honestly, one of my Shih Tzus, his entire goal in life is to catch a squirrel, but he's never been successful.
Dude, my dog. So I've never been a dog person. So here's the thing. I got the pandemic puppy, Andrew.
Me too.
Okay. Let me just tell you. Born in Iran, my dad got me a rooster. I'm not making that up. Like that's like back in Iran because a lot of immigrants are not dog people. Mm-hmm. So as a kid, I wanted a dog. My dad's like, I get you a rooster, and I don't even know if it was we lived in Tehran. It's a city, so you don't really see the root. Like I never saw the rooster was in our vacation home. So I'm serious. Once in a while, we go to the vacation home and like 5 a.m, I hear cuckoo, and my dad's like, "That's your rooster." And I don't know. It could have been my uncle. I don't know who it was. I'm serious. Like he could have paid my uncle $20 to be like every morning 5 o'clock, just go cuckoo. So he thinks he has a rooster. So that was me. Never had a dog, and then we got a pandemic puppy. And yesterday. So he's got this cute little like monkey that she'll, I always say he because of the dog, but it's a she. She'll bring the monkey. It's a little stuffed monkey. She'll bring it over and she'll have it in her mouth and she'll be like, and that means let's play chase. Like, and you chase her and she's like, so yesterday she comes over. I'm in the kitchen and she's like. And I look over, I go, the monkey looks a different color today. I swear.
Oh, no.
I swear. I look close, I go, oh shit, that's a squirrel. And then my daughter's 10 years old. My daughter heard me. She goes, what's going on? I go, she's got a squirrel. And now my daughter's like, ah! And she runs the other way. Dude. All I can do is thank God for coronavirus, and I'll tell you why. Because of coronavirus, my wife had bought a box of PPE gloves. I never would have had the gloves. If it weren't for the coronavirus, I would have had to pick up the squirrel without the gloves.
Ew.
Oh, thank God. My wife is like, from day one, when this shit went down, a year ago, my wife was like, I'm contacting someone in Bangladesh who has extra PPE. Remember a year ago, you couldn't get gloves or masks, none of that shit. You had to like contact someone in Bangladesh who's like, I will send you the gloves. That was what my wife did. So thank God for those gloves. Yesterday, I was like, ah, and I was like, ah, and I'm grabbing this girl, I'm putting her in like a bag. Ugh, it was disgusting. And I thought I was done until Andrew. By the way, I have a golden doodle. So I'm learning about dogs. I don't know about dogs.
They're big dogs, yeah.
They're great dogs, but I guess the golden, they don't tell you the second part of golden is retriever. They retrieve. That's their entire purpose. Last night, squirrel. This morning, I wake up and I'm taking my son to school. I go, buddy, we're running late. Let's go. Who's got kids? Anybody got kids here? I hate asking you guys, putting you on the spot. Just raise your hand. There you go, Heather. So Heather, you know how it is. You're trying to get the kids to school. We're adults. We're on a timeline. We know when the school says 8:15, that means you got to get there by 8:15. That means you got to leave at 7:30 to get there by 8:15. Kids have no idea what that means. My son's up. It's 7:35. He's walking up to me casually. Daddy, I had this dream last night, and I want to tell you. I'm like, get in the car! We got to get there by 8:15. Daddy, did I tell you that? Daddy, did I tell you I have an idea for a company when I'm older? Get in the goddamn car! We're going to be in the car for 45 minutes. You can tell me about your dream in the car. You understand? We're going to be in the car for 45 minutes? Save your story for the goddamn car! He's trying to yap away, all right? And I go, get in the goddamn car. I'm not kidding you. Next thing I do, I'm running around, I'm grabbing stuff, keys, sunglasses, mask, whatever. I look over, he's petting the dog. I go, what are you doing? And he's like, she's so cute, I can't resist. I go, get in the goddamn car. I turn around, he goes, she got another animal. I go, get the hell out of here. She got another. I go out in the backyard. There's a dead rat. I realize my dog is Hannibal fucking Lecter. I got a serial killer dog killing all the animals in the net. I go, what the hell? By the way, Andrew knows dogs aren't fast enough to kill the animals. They can't. They might get one animal, Andrew, right? They're not killing 2 animals. I know what's going on. The goddamn neighbor has a cat. This cat's a motherfucker. I've seen this cat. Yes, Aaron. There you go. Sylvester the cat. Look at that. Aaron, this cat, Shih Tzu's beautiful, Andrew. Your dog's not going around killing animals, right? There's this dirty ass cat in the neighborhood killing every animal and putting it in the bushes, and my dog is bringing it out. And now I feel bad because I feel like I judged my dog. It was the cat all along. It was the Barzinis all along. Anybody? Godfather reference? Anybody? Anyone? No? Should have known it was the Barzinis all along. Anybody? No? Does anyone know who Marlon Brando is? What is wrong with you young people? Guys, anybody who's in my generation knows, I swear to God, oh my God, I was at the Laugh Factory one night. This is when you realize you're old. I was at the Laugh Factory and I did some joke where I referenced Marlon Brando. I swear to God, I look in the audience and there's these 25-year-olds just staring at me. And I go, Marlon Brando? And they're like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I go, The Godfather? They go, oh, that dude? I go, that dude? Best actor of our generation. How old am I? 49. That's how old, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. So let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something. First of all, I'm looking at this here, and I see, is it JM? Is that the name right there? Is that J? Jay, who are you texting? Are you on the show? Are you gonna pay attention? Jay, who the fuck are you texting? Who are you texting? He's muted. Forget it. It's Ray. Ray J. You know, there's an arrow on top of your name. Who are you texting, Ray? Ray. I feel like you know what I don't feel. This is a comedy show. I feel like a substitute teacher.
Spad. Let me tell you.
Yes. Who are you texting?
I was doing a little picture thing about my new massage glove as I was listening to you because I was multitasking. I heard the whole thing.
Isn't
you
it
inspired me
Jay?
to talk about this joyful massage glove I bought down on Castro Street because that's the age I'm at.
Jay, isn't it a crazy time we're living in? I love that you're multitasking. And listen, bro. I feel you because the problem is I try not to multitask. How can we not multitask when I got this amazing massage glove that I want to tell the world about, but I've signed up for a comedy show and I feel guilty. This is my life, Jay. You know how many times I'm sitting there watching shit that people are like, you gotta watch the new whatever, Mandalorian, whatever it is. And I'm sitting there trying to watch it, but I'm like, you know what? I just came up with a great tweet. So I'm like, I got a tweet about my massage glove while I'm watching The Mandalorian. Meanwhile, my wife is like, you never pay attention to me. I go, woman, I don't have time because I've got to, you know how good this massage glove is?
See, I just provided you with the riff material. I helped you.
Of course you did. Why do you think I called you? I have no material. I have a dog with a squirrel in her mouth. You think I had material? You think this is old material? This is new shit, motherfucker. By the way, I've always been wondering. This is my biggest question. Why is Cynthia Moore have no picture, nothing? Cynthia, you're the mystery of this night. Why, Cynthia, do you have zero? I feel like some of you people sign up for this shit and walk away. That's what I think. Cynthia, if you're there, show yourself. Dom C, Tobias, Nikki, Kia's phone? Not even fucking Kia. It's his fucking phone. Can I just see you for a second? You know, at least Michelle BK has a picture with her hand in her hair. By the way, I'm jealous of your hair. I just got to say that. As this Eric says, but that's what I'm talking about. Andrea came out of the hot tub. That's what I'm talking about, Andrea. Andrea Whitney, you two. Listen, you guys are the winners of the night. We had a raffle. We said, who's going to show up in a hot tub? You win. You get 2 free tickets to the next show like this. That's amazing. Guys, you don't know how many times. Is that a pool or a hot tub? Guys,
it's a pool, but we have an external speaker, so we're trying not to screw up the audio.
No, you're doing great. I love it. By the way, is that your husband or boyfriend? Who is that with you?
He's my husband.
Husband, you look a lot like the CEO of Uber. He's a Persian guy named Dara Khosrowshahi. Go ahead and Google it right now. I think, Andrea, I think you're married to the CEO of Uber.
Fantastic.
You're flexing as if that, you're in a pool. I get it. Truth be told, I'm not kidding. I have thought about taking meetings in my pool.
Oh my God, it's the best.
Isn't it the best? Because then you're like, yo, what are you trying to offer me? I already got a pool, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a baller move. Good for you guys, Andrea. We still don't know what Cynthia's doing. Cynthia's still totally. A lot of you are hidden. I don't know what's going on here. I'm really curious because I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm like you. I've been on Zoom for a year and a half. Did you guys even know what the fuck Zoom was a year and a half ago? Nobody knew what Zoom was. Hey, people go, you on Zoom? I'd be like, no, I got a car. It doesn't Zoom. It just fucking, I drive. Everybody knows the biggest. First of all, we've all been this. You guys have all. And listen, I've started doing live shows. This is probably my last Zoom show I'm going to do for a while because I'm sick and tired of having that person who ends up on Zoom a year and a half in who doesn't know how to unmute themselves. And you're like, you have to unmute yourself. And you're like, unmute the button lower left. And you're like, what? How long have you been around that you don't know it's the mute button on the lower left? You got to unmute. And then here's the problem with Zoom. I try to look at everybody else. I keep seeing myself. And I see every fault on my face. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting there. I'm like, why are my eyes closing up? What is going? And then I'm like, why is my nose so big? Where'd my eyebrows go? Yeah. Like every time I do a Zoom, I leave wanting to do plastic surgery. I swear to God, when this shit's done, I'm gonna go to a Beverly Hills surgeon. I'm gonna get him to pull my eyes back like that. Give me nice eyebrows, nice ski jump nose, new teeth. And then I live in LA. You're not supposed to, in LA, you don't admit that you got work done. So I'll run into you guys in public. Ruben, you'll be like, hey, Maz, did you get any work done? I'll be like, no, I've been juicing. You'd be like, but you have breasts. How'd you get breasts? Elderberry? How'd you get such a big ass? Turmeric. You know what I'm saying? My point is, did any of you guys feel like that the mask mandate got lifted like a little too quickly last week? Am I right? I don't know about you guys. Yeah. It happened like, it was kind of like, it wasn't even, they didn't even say, hey guys, we have an announcement to make on Wednesday. It wasn't even that. It was like, I feel like Biden was in like a meeting about infrastructure and he got a text and he's like, oh, you can stop wearing the mask. That's how it felt. And I was like, no, motherfucker, I'm not going to fall for that. I'm going to keep wearing the mask because it was just too quick. All right? Too quick. You don't do it like that. You go, by the way, we're thinking of lifting the mask mandate, I don't know, June 15th, whatever. Let me get comfortable with not wearing a mask. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't just be like, oh, Wednesday at 4. Don't wear a mask. No. By the way, I got the vaccine. You guys get the vaccine? Who got the vaccine? Anybody?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Bubba, what kind did you get, Bubba? Which one did you get?
I got the Moderna.
Moderna. Yes, baby. I got Pfizer. I'll be honest with you. I try not to judge, but I judge. You know what I'm saying? No, like people, I swear to God, I got Pfizer, people go, I got Moderna. I go, all right, good luck to you. You know, that's how you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. People go, I got Johnson & Johnson. I go, you need better health insurance. You know, that's just how I say it. I don't mean it. It's all good. But I'm just saying, good for you for getting it, because there are some people who are not getting it, and their excuse is that they're afraid the government is going to put a chip in them. Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you think the government would want to put a chip in you to find out what you're doing Thursdays at 4? You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of narcissism involved in that, to be like, the government's curious where I'm going to be. You're going to be on your couch like you are every Thursday at 4, Timmy. Just get the goddamn... Oh, my God. It's too much. And every time you think this thing is over, Dr. Fauci shows up. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Fauci always is like, he's always the party poop. Every time you think this is over, he's like, even if you got two vaccines, you're going to want to wear a mask. Wear 2 masks. Wear 3 masks. 6 feet, 12 feet, 18 feet. I don't know. Keep your back to the guy you're talking to, because if he looks at you, he can give you COVID. Just stay away from other people. Is he mafia? I think he's mafia. Am I right? I think he's mafia. I'm not saying he's mafia. I'm just saying he knows mafia. You know what I'm saying? Like, his name is Dr. Tony. When was the last time any of you ever met a Dr. Tony? That doesn't exist. Doctors are Marjorie, Dr. Jonathan, Dr. Timothy. There ain't no doctor. I never been in an office and had them be like, Dr. Tony, we'll see you now. You know, you walk in. How you doing? I'm Dr. Tony. What's going on? What's the problem? What do you got? He knew, or he knows mob. Listen, as a kid, he was running with some mobsters. We know the scene. It's in a movie, right? He's running with the kids that are causing trouble, and then the mob boss, the big boss, shows up and he goes, hey, yous run along, leave Tony alone. And then they're like, why is that, boss? He goes, I don't know. He's going to amount to something someday, like the head of the fucking CDC. Ow! You know, and I just want him one time. You guys have watched these. Thank you, Christina, Christiana, for laughing at that. I appreciate that. Listen, you guys have watched Tony Fauci in Congress with that asshole Jim Jordan. You know Jim Jordan? He's the guy who was the Ohio State molestation thing he never talked about. Look it up. It's horrible. The guy's a jerk. And he's always got his mask. He's one of these guys who got the mask with the nose showing. You know what I'm saying? Like, asshole, either don't wear a mask or wear a mask. Don't do the nose mask. Don't do the nose. That's a dick. That's just me trying to be a dick. That's me going like, oh, you want to put on a fucking mask? All right, how's that? You libtard. No. Either go or don't go. All right? This guy's always got the mask down here, and he's asking Dr. Fauci stupid questions. You know, I got a bug. What the Sorry, hold on. Okay. My dog needs to get that bug. Listen, here's my point. Guys, just one time I want Jim Jordan to say something stupid. He says stupid shit. Like, he's the anti-maskers came up with the whole thing of like, it's my constitutional right not to wear a mask. Masks were never mentioned in the Constitution, but I'm just saying. So Fauci will be at the thing, and then Jim Jordan will be like, don't you think it's an infringement on our constitutional rights? I just want one time Fauci to just like lose his shit, get the mob and Fauci to just be like, hey, Fauci me, Fauci you! And just, you know what I'm saying? You mother Faucher! You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Michelle still has her hand in her hair. Guys, what I got to say is, Annie and Alex, you guys are relaxed. You're comfortable. I like that. Is that a dog? Oh, God bless you. Guys, I never had a dog. Like I said, I had the rooster. Come to America, want a dog. Immigrant background. I don't know how many immigrants there are on here. My father, Iranian, mother, Iran. Well, you guys, Annie and Alex, you guys are immigrants? Immigrants, you know how immigrants are. They're not into dogs. Our culture wasn't it. I was 7 years old. I asked my Iranian dad for a dog. He was macho man. He didn't know how to get a dog. He wasn't going to go to a shelter and rescue a dog. What my dad did, my dad found another friend of his who had 2 dogs that had grown up together. They loved each other. Another macho Persian guy. And they didn't strategize at all. Like my dad went to the other guy who had 2 dogs and goes, hey, you have 2 dogs. Give me 1 dog. And the other guy was like, okay, take 1 dog. Not thinking these 2 dogs would miss each other. Guys, this poor dog came to our house. This was the most depressed dog I've ever seen in my entire life. For 2 days, I was like, hey, doggy, laugh. I'm 7 years old. Hey, doggy, come on. And the dog's like, no, motherfucker, I want to go back to my other dog friend. Who the hell are you? 2 days later, my dad shows up. He's like, listen, dog doesn't like you. Give dog back. Yeah, we give the dog back, man. So I never had a dog. To my wife this year, pandemic, she goes, let's get a dog. And I go, babe, I don't think it's the right time. By the way, wives, girlfriends, please don't ask us questions you already have the answer to, okay? Women, you do this all the time. My wife, we're watching television, she goes, should we get a dog? I go, babe, I don't know if it's the right timing. There's a pandemic. We're on lockdown. She goes, you never think it's the right time. When is it ever going to be the right time? I go, woman, if you know the answer, why are you asking me? Just get the goddamn dog. She got the dog. She named the dog, okay? Now, I'm Iranian. My wife is Indian. She named the dog Yasu. Yasu is a Japanese name. So I'm Iranian. Wife is Indian. Dog is Japanese. Nanny is Guatemalan. Neighbors are Korean. I'm running a goddamn immigration office out of my house. And I'll tell you what, I never knew this about Japanese and Koreans. They don't get along. So Yasu, turns out Yasu in Japanese means peaceful. In Korean, it means beast. So I was walking Yasu, ran into my Korean neighbor. She goes, what's your dog's name? I go, Yasu. She goes, oh, beast. I go, no, peaceful. In Japanese, it's peaceful. She goes, well, in Korean, it's beast. I go, well, we're going Japanese. And she was upset at me. Yeah. And then I went to my wife. I go, what the hell? I go, why was she so pissed off? She goes, you idiot. They don't get along. She goes, next time you run into her, just tell her it's Korean. So I come across, I go, Sarah, my bad. It's beast. She's Korean. My bad. She's not peaceful. She's beast. And I keep walking. I run into this Greek guy. And the Greek guy goes, in Greek, Yasu means hello. I'm like, motherfucker, we're going to start World War III just to decide which country this dog is from. Pick a goddamn country. All right? And now I walk the dog through the streets of Los Angeles and I feel like an American because I'll tell you what, guys. I pick up dog shit. I have a leash in one hand, doggy bag in the other, and I finally feel like a real American because Americans love their dogs. I'll tell you that right now. You guys love your dogs because when I get my citizenship, I was an American. When I started picking up dog shit, I was American. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because Americans love their dogs. You guys love your dogs. You hate your parents, but you love your dogs. Right? When your dog shits, you pick it up. When your parents shit, you go, oh, there's a retirement home right there that take care of you, Mom. Listen, guys, I want to leave you with this, all right? I feel like we're coming out of this thing. I want to hope you all stay healthy, safe, and sane. It's been a crazy year. I've been on lockdown. I remember when it first started happening, every symptom they mentioned, I thought I had the coronavirus, right? They come on TV, they're like, if you have an itchy throat, you might have the coronavirus. I was like, I think. Every time they mentioned this symptom, I thought I had it. They go, if you have an achy body, you might have a coronavirus. I've been aching for 15 years. I'm 49 years old. I think I'm patient 0. Guys, I think I just ate a bug. This is disgusting. What the hell is going on? I feel like I live in a jungle. Listen, guys, here's the thing. Remember this a year ago? They would come on Dr. Sanjay Gupta on CNN. He would say, whatever you do, whatever you do not touch your face. Every time that guy said that, I would get an itch right there. I was like, you motherfucker, I wasn't itching until you said don't touch my face. Now I gotta touch my face! Andrea, you guys win. You have the best setup of the night in a pool. We still don't know how half of these people look like. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Andrew, here's the problem. By the way, here's the problem with Zoom shows. We notice as you leave. Like in stand-up, when we're doing live shows, we don't know who left. They might have gone for a smoke or a piss. Here, I think I started with 153. I ended up with 53. What the hell? Where'd they go? Listen, guys, I babbled enough. It's been a long night. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Be good to each other. Wear a mask if they say wear a mask. If they say don't wear a mask, don't wear a mask. What do I care? But just be good. There's more bugs. Jesus Christ. What is going on? Guys, Maz Jabrani, namaste. Good night.
Maz Jabrani, everyone. Yes. What an amazing show. Did you enjoy yourselves tonight?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Kara, I see you. Awesome to see. Yes. Hello. Yeah, you guys were an awesome, lovely crowd. This is so cool that we're still doing this. Hopefully you keep coming back for more Zoom shows. A big round of applause for everybody. We had Andrew, we had Christiana, we had Jill, we had me, we had Maz Jabrani, and our DJ Paul Antonio. Give him a round of applause. He's going to put everybody's information to get paid in there. Jill is still going to stick with PayPal. The rest of us are going to go with Venmo. You've been awesome. Remember, it's Memorial Day weekend. Be an American. Pick up a bag of shit. Good night, everyone.
Great show, Joe.
Thank you.
Christiana, I loved your set. And Michelle, I like seeing your hair.